On this week's episode, Micah is all Butterfingers. Brent is looking for Mr. Goodbar.
That's right.
And I'm legally changing my name to Jolly Rancher. It's the candy episode. Welcome back to the program, nerds. I am Larry Brantley, and I'm here with my two best friends, Micah Donahoe
Greetings, programs.
and Brent Williams. Thank you for that. And
Wow.
He just got nothing. And along with our producer...
I need sugar.
Oh, interesting you should say that.
Yeah.
And along with our producer, Chris Hockenberry, behind everything, we are the Nerdherfers. We are four middle-aged guys who like talking about cigars and whiskey and nerd shit. And oh boy, are we getting into some of it tonight. Hey, if you would be so kind, if you've watched this show even once and then you came back for another one, first of all, wow, we're amazed. But maybe go out to nerdherfers.com, hit that subscribe button. That will make you a part of Nerdherfer Nation. Out on our website, we've got some cool stuff. We've got a merch shop. We've got a cigar shop. We've got little clips of everything we've done so far. And then also, we are on the YouTubes at youtube.com/@nerdherfers. Please, we learned this, and I messed it up last week because I said 91% of people who watch our show on YouTube don't subscribe. It's actually 99%.
Well, by now it's got to be 98, right?
Hopefully it's 98.
Yeah.
But you know what, 98%ers? Just hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah,
We
you
would
do
love
it. You
for to
get
be-
wishes. Everything's
Yeah,
granted.
yeah. It's like rubbing a lamp on
All
a
your
beach.
dreams come
BMG sends you
true.
like 14
So great.
CDs.
Awesome.
Oh.
Awesome.
Anyway, here's how the show works. Every week, one of us picks a cigar for us to review. One of us picks a bottle of whiskey for us to review. And then we pick a topic of conversation that we are literally going to nerd into the ground. And we are going straight back to childhood with this week's topic. But before we do any of that, it's time for... Nerd News. It is all the nerd news that you need to know. And for that, we go over to the anchor desk and our anchor person, Brent Williams, who's always got some good nerd stuff for us to talk about. Oh, the ticker tape's coming in. Brent, what do you got?
Well, John Wick 5 is official.
No!
Why?
That's
It
not
is.
even possible.
It's in development.
It's not possible.
It's
He
happening.
died. He died. He died.
They're going to revive him.
Wait, so that John Wick can talk even slower?
What?
In this one,
Am I still here?
he gets a cat instead of a dog. He gets a parakeet.
Gotta kill people. Gotta kill people.
your cat.
And then he kills the parakeet himself because it won't shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in development. And also, this will be cool. They're doing an anime prequel that he's going to voice the John Wick character in, and it's about him completing the impossible task.
Oh, okay.
So I'm actually excited. I'm more
Which they
excited for
referenced
that.
in the first John
Yeah,
Wick.
I'm more excited for that than I am for.
Well,
number 5.
there's a movie coming out this summer called The Ballerina.
Yep.
Which
It's a
is
spinoff.
in the John Wick
Yep.
universe.
Wait, isn't there a series as well that's
There
in
is.
the John Wick series?
Yeah, the
the
Continental.
Continental?
Yeah,
That's
but
out now.
It didn't do well.
It didn't?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
I haven't
didn't-
started it. I was going to.
Didn't do
I
well.
shouldn't.
Anyway, The Ballerina's
You liked
going to
it?
start.
Chris liked it.
Anna de Armas is basically a John Wickish character, and this is prior to
Well,
John Wick's untimely
here it
demise. Oh, here we go.
No, so yeah, in is it in 2 or 3 where he goes back to he goes to the ballet.
Yeah.
The ballet people. So that's
Yeah.
where it's coming from. Yeah.
I think it was 3.
Was it the third?
I think it was 3. Maybe
Where he has
3?
the big cross and he wants his ticket.
I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, he has to go back to the Belarusians, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I am not going to be very good at a John Wick episode. All I know is that he's immaculate at headshots. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, you know.
Oh, and the dog.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Oh, scientists have created a system that can curve sound to reach just one person.
Interesting.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So they use ultrasound waves, which are what ultrasounds are.
Mm-hmm.
So humans can't hear those, right? They're outside of our listening range. So what they do is they have 2 sources that generate these ultrasound waves, and these sound waves can be deflected, so they can bounce them off things to aim them somewhere. But they're outside of our range of hearing. But what they do is they have 2 that are the frequencies are slightly different, right? Say like 40,000 kilohertz and 39.5 thousand kilohertz, right?
Okay.
And what happens when those waves intersect is that now they're at a new level that we can hear, right? So they can actually direct sound waves towards a person, like in a crowd or something, and only that person can hear that.
What would be the application there? Did they say?
I don't know, but all I'm thinking is cone of silence.
Well, I was thinking about spies in like a crowd or something.
Yeah.
You need to kill that person. And,
Yeah.
But then
that's all spies do.
but
is
But
go
that's
for
what
it.
women-
the tiny comms are for in your ear.
women can hear higher decibels than men. So did they develop two of them?
Well, I don't know if they can hear that high.
I don't know. Every time I play like a dog whistle or something, my wife is like, "Stop it!" And I'm like, I can't
Yeah,
even
whatever. Okay, moving on. He's biting his thumb like he really
I
wants
didn't
to
do
hurt me right now. All right. Okay, I have a question for you. I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when. When humans go extinct, because that's how nature works. Could be millions of years from now. Who knows? Could be tomorrow. Who knows?
Good thing we're
I
commemorating.
hope
here.
it's tomorrow.
I really want to get that fly.
Well, there's two of them now, so
So when
made it since last
when
time.
humans go extinct, what species do you think is going to be the next to evolve into the?
Cockroaches.
Okay, you say cockroaches. What's yours?
guys who go to monster truck rallies.
I'm with Larry. I
Yeah.
changed my answer.
Yeah. Anybody from Alabama?
Arkansas.
Most people think it's monkeys because they're so similar to us, but that's not true. Scientists actually think, not all scientists, some scientists think that the next species that would take over the planet would be octopuses. Octopi.
Octopi.
And do they give reasons for that?
Yes, actually.
City building,
They think
technology.
monkeys would have a hard time because they rely on social networking situations for their
Well, Dr.
development.
Seuss was a monkey, and
Yeah.
he was very, very intelligent.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. So
Dismissive.
they are actually one of the most intelligent species. They're problem solvers. They can build things with things in their objects in their environment. They communicate via color. They change their colors to communicate with each other. And that's basically it. I mean, they have the most potential with their intelligence and their ability to create things. They're like they would start with creating underwater cities first.
How do we know they're not doing that now?
Exactly.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
How
they're
many people are
already setting
actually
it up.
watching the octopuses?
We need to
in
get
the
Jim
ocean?
Cameron on this right away.
Yeah.
He needs to go down there with his underwater camera technology and figure out what the octopi are up to.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
One more?
Yeah. No, that's it.
That was
all three.
it?
That's all three.
Oh, man. That was three?
Da-da.
Oh, Resident Alien. Oh, yeah, he's true. Have you seen Resident Alien?
I have not.
Alan Tudyk?
I know Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
Is he an octopus?
Yes.
And that's it for this week's episode of Nerd News.
I don't know what just happened right here.
I don't either, but hey, I'm speaking to all the octopi. I've always supported you.
Yeah.
Okay?
right.
So these two guys are very anti.
Yeah, Brent's
Tentacles?
disrespect. I don't know.
Anti-tentacles?
Oh, actually, I am very anti-tentacle.
You can't even say it. How
it
can you be
scares me.
anti-tentacle if you can't say
Because
it?
the Japanese scared the tentacle out of me.
Oh, yeah, with all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a different
Yeah.
episode. We're not going to get into that
Yeah.
right
No,
now.
that's
Yeah.
not another episode. We're not doing that. No.
Oh, okay. Well, you,
Shut it
You
down.
We're not
brought
even
it
doing
up,
the episode.
man.
He's so scared, we're not even doing the episode.
No.
You brought it up.
That in Pet Cemetery. Shut it down.
Shut it down. All right. Hey, as you know, every week we get a bottle of whiskey to review. We get some cigars to review, and then we pick a topic. Who had bottle this week?
I do.
Well, go, Micah.
All right, sweet. All right. So I would have had like a better reveal, like out of my typical bag that I have that is not Nerdherfers yet. Son of a biscuit.
Good Lord.
All right.
That
This
was
Oh,
Is-
wow.
whoa.
Is anybody familiar?
No.
It's Cavassier.
This is Willet. This is Willet.
Quivathier.
There are a lot of mixed feelings about this particular bourbon. I enjoy it. The internet hates it.
Yeah.
So this will be a fun little thing.
I expect Barbara Eden to pop out of there any second.
Now there are various parts. There are various bottles of Willet out there. This one in particular is the Willet Pot Sill Reserve, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It is 65% corn, 20% wheat, and 15% malted barley at
20% wheat.
94%.
20% wheat.
94 proof?
Wow.
Guys ready to party?
Yeah, let's
Let's
go.
do it.
Let's go. Hand me your glass, son.
What?
What?
There we go.
Understated yet sophisticated.
And I love the way you have to hold it.
Yeah,
Right.
It's that's not an easy pour.
And just in case you didn't
Well,
know, it came from
actually,
a pot
I would
still.
mess that right up.
It's quite an easy pour. It reminds me of like if you've ever been a server and you have the pour out of a wine bottle.
Oh yeah, you do hold it from the bottom.
Exactly.
Is it that? Oh, they do have a little bit of an indentation there for you to. I think Brent is about to lose his shite because we have got visitors in here this evening.
Yep.
It is springtime in North Texas,
Interesting.
and that means all kinds of just creatures flying around. All right, little nose.
A little turpentine on the nose there.
Oh wow.
Kidding. Just kidding. I don't, but I actually don't know what that smell is. I don't know what that nose is. I actually can't place that.
It's a little sharp.
I got a little
it is.
citrus.
It's sharp. It's very ethanol-y. I don't know if that's what it. How it's
Well,
gonna taste.
so hold the glass a
That's
little further
yeah.
down.
I'm not getting a ton of ethanol, but
Ooh,
I am
I
getting
am.
something sharp. It is definitely, I don't know, for me, something a little citrusy, maybe lemon.
Lemon.
All right, well, let's go in.
Oh, the palate is way different than the nose,
Isn't it?
Completely different, and there is that ethanol burn on there, though.
Oh, I like this.
No, that's good. It's got some
That's
nice legs
very
on it in
very
the glass.
interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's that wheat that's doing it too.
You got to be careful with the word "interesting" because usually when guys use that word, they use it about a girl they're not gonna date a second time.
Well, I'm using it because
You're not wrong.
I'm using it because it's different, and I have yet to form an opinion about it.
Yeah.
So
You know
I'm,
what?
I'm interested in forming an opinion.
We've
about
got an
this.
entire show.
Yes.
Okay, it was my turn to bring cigars this week, and I'm so happy you guys.
Bubble gum. That's what I'm getting.
Really for real?
Bubble gum.
Bubble gum.
Spicy bubble gum.
Spicy bubble gum.
Yeah,
All
it is
right.
peppery.
Yep.
This week brought something a little special. This year, 2025, is the 10th anniversary of the foundation of the Rojas Cigar Company.
What did you bring?
And for
You sneaky son of a bitch.
this
What did you
10
bring?
year, Noel made a 10-year anniversario.
Oh, you beautiful bastard.
And
I think so.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about this cigar. Now, as you know, Noel considers himself the king of the small ring gauge of cigars. This is a Toro. This is a 6x50 Toro. I will give you the breakdown, and this is what I know. It is an Ecuadorian Habano Maduro wrapper. The binder and filler are, of course, Nicaraguan. There's going to be a partially closed foot on this cigar.
See it?
And that is literally all I know. I did not...
Is that a triple cap on there too?
I did...
That looks triple capped.
it possibly could be.
You know what?
Could
I'm
possibly.
seeing that on mine too.
Oh, my goodness. Put that under your nose. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. So, for
It
those
just
of you
smells
who
like
are not
joy.
familiar with Rojas cigars, Noel
Yeah.
is originally from Cuba. He fled Cuba along with his family, originally to Miami, so that he could do what he wanted to do with cigars, which was he wanted to innovate. Not a lot of innovation going on in Cuba, as you might imagine. Eventually, he wound up right here in North Texas, and for the last 10 years, this guy has been making some of the best cigars that you will find. They are nationwide, so you can look for them wherever you are. Our 3 fans in Russia don't know if you can get them, but you know what? You should try. All right, I've done my straight cut on this, and now I'm gonna do a little cold draw. I'm very excited. I've never had this cigar.
Ooh.
That's nice. Some cocoa, some currant,
Black currant, yeah.
black currant.
Oh my gosh.
Now, what is? So I've identified that a
hay.
couple of times. What's the thing that's giving us black currant?
Well, it's
What,
a
what
good-
tobacco?
It's a good question. My personal feeling is it's the wrapper, because he also makes a true Habano, and that's a very similar note that I get on this. Now, this is a Habano Maduro, so it's been aged a little longer, and it's got a little more depth to it.
That's yummy.
Oh my. Oh my.
That's
Oh, my.
That's effing tasty.
Wow. Good heavens. This
I'm
is why I
sorry,
love doing
what-
this show.
Repeat the construction of this again.
Yeah. So it's going to be an Ecuadorian Habano Maduro wrapper.
Right.
And then the binder and filler are Nicaraguan, unspecified.
Okay.
Again, this was the 10th anniversario cigar, so it's very limited edition. I had to pull some strings with some people that I know.
Thank you, Larry.
To get a hold of these because they're just about gone now. Here's a little teaser for you, though. This month, and we're recording in the month of April, is the big trade show for the Premium Cigar Association called PCA. It's going to happen this month in New Orleans, Louisiana. And at PCA, I have been told that Rojas is going to introduce the latest street taco called Al Pastor. And as soon as we can get our hands on them, we are going to review them on this show because we've never had a bad cigar from Rojas. What are you guys getting off of this after you light it?
Pure joy.
Yeah, this is special. I actually feel bad for people that aren't going to get a chance to try
I am
this
getting some deep chocolate notes.
Yes, very
A little
deep
bit
chocolate.
of coffee bean, maybe espresso bean.
one. Yeah.
Just so, and the construction is so good on this,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That draw is perfect.
The wrapper is tight, but the draw's not tight. Oh my heavens! I'm
This
just
is
enjoying it.
okay. I was thinking about what you were talking about with coffee, and I would relate it to different things. This is giving me cappuccino.
There you go. But look how thick that
The
smoke
balance-
is coming out of
Yeah.
there.
The balance of coffee versus cream.
Yeah. If I were rating the smoke output on this, I would rate it a 5 out of 5 because I'm doing just a slow draw. And I'm getting nice thick plumes of smoke. And they're so tasty.
F off. This is so good.
Woo! I am loving it. All right, we are off and wedding. We've got this. Okay, so this, I want to make sure I get this right. So this is the Willet Bourbon Whiskey.
Yeah, Willet, Kentucky Straight
Kentucky
Bourbon
Straight
Whiskey,
in the I Dream of Jeannie bottle.
Pot Still Reserve.
There you go.
So there is a
Oh,
lesser.
now I get it
It's a
because
pot
it's a
still.
pot still. Oh, I get it.
So I'm saying, if you, in
Yeah.
case you didn't understand that it's pot still, they put it in a bottle that looks like a pot
That
still.
is what pot stills.
Well,
look
there
like.
is a
Yeah,
there
yeah,
is a pot there is a non-pot still reserve version of this.
Yep.
So, but yes,
Oh my gosh,
Willet
that is
has always been
delicious.
famous for their bottle design on that. One of the things that I read online about Willet was that a lot of people find the bourbon lacking because what it does is it draws in people that are looking for something special, but they're not getting something special in the bottle. So I've got some mixed feelings on this. It's not my favorite bourbon ever, but because the nose is not attractive to me, but the
Yeah.
taste.
Yeah, it tastes way better than it knows.
yeah.
For sure.
That's
I-
something too important. That's
I-
really important for everybody to know.
I like those happy surprises. We've had bottles like that a couple of times on this show. Chris is saying that he's getting a Nice
Okay.
on, so sort of like
You know,
a licorice.
I would really like to maybe ice break that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you know what? We should do that.
Right now.
Why not?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Brent, take us out. And we're back from an ice break. We've got big rocks in our bourbon. Everybody stop thinking what you're thinking.
We've
right
all
now.
I was
got
gonna say,
big rocks
Just stop,
on this show.
Stop thinking what you're thinking.
Nope.
That was an AC/DC song, I think.
That was big balls, actually.
Thanks, Larry.
Well, anyway.
I love you, Larry.
I dribbled a tad.
Ooh.
I'm not intentionally flirting with you every time I pay you a compliment, by the way.
Wow.
Well, you say that.
Okay, so every bit of ethanol is gone now
Yep,
with that ice,
yep.
and it's really sweet.
You know what? I'm getting the sweet, but there's still a little bit of a pepper.
I'm getting none of that. I'm
I
getting
get a little bit of pepper.
on the back
smooth,
end,
buttery
right?
sweet.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very good.
But yeah, the ice is definitely
May
the
not
way to
be your
go with this
favorite bourbon, but damn, son,
Yeah.
pretty good.
No, I mean exactly. I feel like it needs too much tampering.
Too much tampering?
Yeah.
Can you explain?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was pretty decent neat. I mean, I didn't have a complaint about it being neat. Again, I'm going to use the word interesting because I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know if I've ever had a wheated bourbon before.
Never?
I don't know if I have. I
Yeah,
don't know.
wow.
I don't know if I have.
I've been to quite
I've had a
few.
wheated bourbon from you before. I can't remember what it was.
I can't remember what it was either. I can actually tell you that when I was at West River in South Dakota, They had
That was it. Was that the one that had the buffalo on it or something?
yes,
Okay,
but
so-
not
yeah.
Buffalo Trace.
No.
No. But I think you're. Yeah, I think I remember
it did,
that.
but
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is part of their mash bill. They actually have a heavier wheated bourbon.
Version?
Yes, that
Yes.
heavier wheated bourbon.
a version of bourbon.
Sure.
So Hawk says he's getting pecan.
Really?
Is anybody getting pecan?
hold on.
I would associate that with like a little bit of smoke.
I'll
or
tell you in a
must.
minute.
Pecan pie, maybe.
Yeah, and what's really interesting for
yeah.
the sweet that we're getting off of this is that it's only 64% corn. Usually you have to
Yeah.
get sweet with 70%
You have to get up in the
or more.
70s, yeah,
Yeah.
to get that sweet.
Yeah.
Well, but hey, though, that's a great segue, Micah, because
Yeah, let's
speaking
talk
of
about
sweets.
Sweet.
Tonight, we are talking about the candy. Candy from our childhood. Look, when we were children, we are all Gen Xers, and we were children, a large part of our lives was spent in the acquisition
And allowance.
of sweets.
Yeah.
Right? You just
A large part of our lives was the pursuit of diabetes.
Yes, exactly. We didn't know that at the time,
And
but that's
yet
exactly
we are
what
still
we're doing.
alive.
Right?
Well, for the moment, anyway.
Yeah.
The show's not over yet. Yeah, and that's how we lost Micah. So we thought it would be
Micah
fun
is no
to
more.
talk about.
I have ceased to be.
Yes, and now we're going to do Monty Python for 5 minutes. We'll be right back, folks.
All right.
Intermission.
Yeah.
So we thought it would be fun to talk about the candies of our youth, what we liked, what we didn't, why, experiences that we had with candy, and I thought it would be fun tonight to play a little game with my co-stars.
Oh, I like
So-
surprises.
I like games.
I know you do. So here's what we're gonna do, and Hawk is in on this with me. I have, for those of you who are listening to the podcast, I have just pulled out of my ruck a green bag.
It's magic.
Inside this green bag are some of the candies
Wait,
from our
hold on a
youth.
second. That looks like a drug bag, like a pharmaceutical drug bag.
No.
Is that
It's
the kind
not-
of candy we're having?
It's way too
Okay.
bright. It
Okay.
draws too much attention
Thank
from the
you.
cops.
Thank you. So I've got some of the candy from our youth in this bag. Now, here's how it's going to go. If one of my friends in conversation tonight mentions one of the candies in the bag,
boy.
I'm going to give them the candy. Now, there's a rule, and there's more. Chris has actually got more in his bag as well. Now, there's a rule, and this is rule mostly for Micah. If you just start shouting out names of candies, you are immediately disqualified.
Dang it.
So you can't do that.
That's some bullshit right there.
But
All right.
but there are some sweet treasures in this bag.
You know my favorite dance
we're
is
gonna-
Charleston.
Is that right?
I love to dance the
You
Charleston.
know what I like
like
to
to
do?
dance the
Chew on
Charleston?
people who do the Charleston.
Yep. And there's the
I
first
had
one
my
right
hand
there.
out.
The Charleston Chew. Which Brent, since you've actually started us off, and by the way, he knew that was.
Well,
in his bag.
actually, and you know what else is a
knew.
really cool chew? The kind you do in the big league.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have it? You actually have it?
What? Oh my goodness! What is this that I have right here? The Big League Chew, the original, out of here original Big League Chew. Over here to Micah.
I am so happy. This
I
is
know.
not planned.
This is not planned. No, not at all. So, all right, let's get into
so excited.
the candy conversation. Yes. What is your earliest memory of your favorite candy and why? Go.
Brent first. I always go first.
All right, fair enough.
Going up to Mr. M's.
What was Mr. M's?
It was a convenience store that I could walk to when I was super young, first grade.
Didn't you love the local convenience store
Oh
when you
my
were
gosh.
a kid?
Well, that's where
it
we-
had everything. Were there comic books in that
There
store?
were comic books, and there were the Star Wars video game was in there,
Yes.
and the Star Wars trading cards.
Come on.
Awesome.
So-
Because that's in your living room right now too.
Yep. And so I would go up there. I would spend my quarters on the Star Wars game, Star Wars trading cards because they were 25 cents at the time,
Yep.
and then I would buy myself a nice bag of peanut M&Ms.
Oh,
And to
nice.
this day, that is
That's your
my-
fave? That's your
my
go-to?
Turkish
That's
delight.
the height.
That's your Turkish delight.
That's my Turkish delight.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I
reference.
have written so many lines of code
with peanut M&Ms.
hopped up on M&Ms.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, I love this.
I love
Yeah.
that. So it's a funny story.
And
So-
you thought this would be boring.
right?
No,
So-
there's flies.
Oh, I'll get him.
Don't you worry. So my mother-in-law, my wife's mom, she's 80 now, and she's still in great shape. Oh my gosh, she's doing so well. But her kryptonite is peanut M&Ms. So
fine.
every other year we have so my wife comes from a huge family, and we have a family get together, usually someplace where we can rent one Airbnb that will house 30 of us or a couple that are close together. And what every single sibling in her family, and there are 5 of them, by the way, what every single sibling will do is they will buy a large bag of peanut M&Ms and they will put them in the freezer. And then we will sit back and watch as Dot is her nickname, will wander into the kitchen 100 times a day and just grab a handful of peanut M&Ms.
I get
and
in
walk out.
in my stocking every year. People get like the little bags.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I don't buy those. Those are a waste of time. You start off with the share size, but of course you don't share those with anybody.
Yeah.
You share them with
Whoever
yourself.
decided to call them
why
share.
are they calling share size?
Yeah. But that's just the right size for me.
That's to get the hell out of my
But every
candy
year in my
bag
stocking,
share.
I get the 5-pound bag of peanut M&Ms.
Dig it. Now
Yeah.
that's a kind of share.
And it lasts.
Do you share
it
that?
lasts about an hour.
So the answer is no, he does not share that.
Not share
In
the
any
shareable.
way.
I
At
get
all.
I get a 5-pound bag of M&Ms and a shot of insulin.
So that's
That freezer thing is so cool. That's what I did with Snickers.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Except Snickers, the older you get, the more dangerous that gets.
Oh no! It's how you eat it. It's how you eat it. You take the Snickers and you put it in your molars, and you just massage it until it breaks.
Yeah, and
I don't
eventually
have
your
the
molars
patience for
eventually your
that.
molars break, old man.
Oh no! That's when the flavors. So Larry, that's when the flavors start to like release slowly.
You know, when the chocolate hits the nerves of your molars, that's when it tastes great.
There's no way I could do that. I do not have the patience for that.
Big fan.
I
of the
barely
frozen
have the
Snickers.
patience. My wife makes homemade chocolate chip cookies, and then she'll store the remainder in the freezer.
Why
Yep.
would you go out and buy candy if
And-
you have that?
But I still go out and buy candy. But I would like, I don't like, I pull them out of the freezer. I'm like, come on, you're taking too long to get in my mouth. It's ridiculous. Okay, so that is a great story, by the way. Love it. Like you had your convenience store. You go
all in
in.
one. Yep.
It's all in one. Right.
Grab
You
my
get your
Dr.
video
Pepper, my
games.
M&Ms, and play my Star Wars.
Yeah, and then grab a couple comic books on your way out.
That's right.
Hell
Micah,
yeah.
tell us your story.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I am fighting the urge to just burst out with all the different things because they're just popping into my head left and right. All right. So back in 1984, I was living in Farmers Branch.
Mike-
Micah was
two.
2.
I was 9, but whatever. I was living in Farmers Branch in an apartment complex called Terra Place, which is actually still standing.
Oh wow.
And by the way, Farmers Branch these days is an absolute hood. But whatever. So I go
Said
through
like
there.
a middle class white person.
I know.
Yeah. Wow.
I go through upper middle class, but whatever.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
We can
he's not
self-classify.
kidding.
So I had a friend. It's not had. I have.
Yes.
I have my oldest
the
friend.
friend is still alive.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have her. She's still one of my closest friends. Her name is Katie. She is absolutely one of my favorite people on the planet. So Katie and I used to go to I don't know what kind of store it was. Maybe one of you can help me.
Wait, is she the one that you stole the puppy dog piggy bank from?
How do you remember that?
Because you have told us that story ad nauseum.
You told us how
Really?
you jilted her out of that piggy bank.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if I'd say jilted or
Yeah.
stole,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I have
same thing.
possession of it.
Yeah. Tomato, buddy.
She
Okay.
contributed to the fund. And you stole
Okay,
it.
hurtful, but whatever.
Also true.
All right, so Katie and I would. Now that looks like tunneling. Are we tunneling?
Larry has to inspect and approve. No, not tunneling enough.
No, it's an uneven burn, but it's not a tunnel.
All right.
Okay,
Anyway, Katie.
thank you. Katie and I would walk over to a store.
Katie the jilted.
Walk over to a store called. Excuse me.
That is not what that store was called. That is not. You can't even pronounce that.
Well, I mean, I just did.
yeah, but you can't spell it on a sign.
You know what?
You
Where
know
there's
what?
a will, not with that attitude, you can't.
Wow.
All right. So Katie and I would walk over to the store called Emmy Moses.
Oh, yeah.
and I've never seen one since, and I've only seen one in my whole life,
Yeah, they don't exist
1984.
anymore.
And we would go over there again with I remember it being like the smallest Kmart on the planet, maybe.
Yeah, they had everything in there.
It was it had comic books.
It was
had
it was a
candy.
general store. Is what
Yeah,
it was.
like
Yeah.
it's like a dollar store, except nothing cost $1.
Yeah, because it was 1984.
It was 1984. That's right. It was 50 cents.
Thanks, Reagan.
But we would go over there, and that's where we bought the infamous Blue Dog piggy bank.
Okay.
And gosh, I swear I've only told that story once.
That
Chris,
was
you're gonna
enough.
have to fact check me on this one.
No, that was enough.
No.
The
You know what?
the jilting of Katie left
don't
a
be-
lasting impression.
you know what?
Yeah.
Don't be
In
mean.
fact, I think Brent actually wrote a ballad called "The Jilting of Katie."
I did. Yeah,
All right, Katie, we're gonna get you that song.
I have a comic book character I invented called Katie the Jilted. So,
That sounds like something from our last episode, the Renaissance Fair.
It's a period piece.
yeah.
Anyway,
We would go over there and we would buy candy, and I don't.
what would you
remember-
buy?
All right, so Jolly Rancher,
Oh yeah.
Cherry Jolly Ranchers,
Oh God.
to be specific. What, you didn't like those?
That's
Oh,
It's Apple. But
that's
it still
Apple.
counts. Still
Okay,
counts.
Still Jolly Rancher. All
All right, that and whatchamacallit.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you just say? Hang on. Did you just say? Whatchamacallit?
Yes! Oh my gosh, I win today. Look at this. Whatchamacallit?
Yes. Now they have changed the packaging a little bit over the years.
Well, it's
but they
suffered
have
from
not
shrinkflation.
changed. They have not changed the recipe. The recipe is still the same recipe that
now-
you remember.
Okay, but it's that's a shrinkflation
It's
version
a-
because it's way smaller.
Either
than it used
that
to
or
be.
when I was 9 years old, the bar was like
well, of
this
course,
big.
when you're younger, they're bigger.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, man, I'm just winning. This is so good. All right. What's up? Yes!
He found a cherry
He
one.
found a cherry Jolly Rancher. Yes! All right.
Hey,
It's going to go so good with your cigar.
My nickname in middle school was Chunk. Chunky.
Oh.
Chunky bar. No chunky bars.
So get this. Whatchamacallit
Sorry,
came out with
buddy.
something, I don't know when it was, but they came out with something else that was kind of a companion bar. And I can't remember the name of it, but it's like doohickey or some other kind of ridiculous name.
So they were like trying to compete with whatchamacallit?
Yeah, well, no, not within their same ones. I'm going to ask Chris to fact check this one, but I saw it in the store.
I've never heard of a candy bar called doohickey.
Like, you know what? He's going to find out. It's going to be awesome.
You know,
Okay.
your amazing story makes me want to snicker.
I already
You're
said Snicker, so
adorable.
if there's a Snicker out there, man.
Yeah, sorry. keep going.
That's ridiculous.
Keep going. So you
Yeah,
and
so
Katie-
that was the place. So same with you, comic books, but no video games.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
don't-
it
my
was still
Moses
fun
didn't have one
because
either.
we
Yeah.
would go to Emmy Moses, and it was funny because people would say Moses, but my mom would always like get a little giggle because I would say it's Emmy Moses.
Yeah.
I always have to say that.
That was the official name.
Yeah,
We called it Moses though.
yeah. Everybody else did, but
Moses 5 and Dime.
really,
You did not call it Five and Dime.
That was the name of it.
Oh,
I mean,
it
Moses
really
5
was?
and Dime. Yeah.
Oh wow.
okay. So the marquee on our building didn't have 5 and dime, but I hear you.
Mine was in an old
I
part
feel
of
you.
Dallas. So yes.
I respect.
Fair
you.
enough.
and it was next to the S&H Green Stamp store.
Oh yeah. Oh
Wait,
my God.
do you have that in the bag?
I do not have any S&H green stamps, but God, I wish I did. So my mom
But
I need
Yeah.
a lamp.
Yeah, it was great. There was so many different.
or a runner.
So many different things
tiny
that we
rug.
would buy. So when we get later on into the conversation, I'll talk more about the candy that I used to get when I was in Chicago because that was 1985. So
Okay.
we'll do that later because I don't want to monopolize.
All right, fair enough. Like I have a convenience store story, but since you guys have already told two of them, I'm going to go straight to being a little kid at Halloween, and it's my experience is very much like a bit that Seinfeld did years and years ago. about
Seinfeld. Is that the
Halloween.
German version?
No, that's the bourbon version.
Whoosey What's It?
Whoosey What's
What's
It?
It?
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
There was actually a candy bar called Whoosey What's
Yes.
It.
Susie, what's it? Yeah.
Now it feels recent. If you can get a date on that, that would be awesome.
That's so funny. So Halloween was always a big deal for every little kid.
Totes.
The difference was in Texas in October, you didn't have to wear a big overcoat over your costume so that nobody could see what it was. because generally it was still like 80-something degrees outside. But we would go and we would collect all of our candy, and I was a straight up chocolate guy. Mm-hmm. There were very few candies outside of the chocolate realm that I really like. So I would always because when you get back as a group, what do?
Oh,
Trade candy.
You trade.
You trade.
Yeah.
First of all, your parents had to make sure there were no razor
Right, they
blades
had to
or
purge,
needles.
Because Halloween 2 taught us that,
Yeah.
you're going to get a razor blade.
You're going to get a razor blade in the mouth.
Yep.
But this is when I really hang on. Whoozy What's It is rebranded Thingamajig.
Okay, that
That's
feels
weird.
more like an intangible. That thing's about like an object or something that you use.
Still trying too hard. I'm like,
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
well, because the guys at whatchamacallit nailed it. And
Yeah.
then everybody else was trying to copy him.
Yeah.
Same company, just so you know.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
So we would get home, and I would put all of my early acting skills and persuasive skills to use to get the Mr. Goodbar, the little ones, the Mr. Goodbars, the Hershey's, the Nestle Crunch, the Crackle.
That's my favorite.
I love that Crackle.
Crackle.
And
Because
I
even
would-
in high school.
And the Mr. Goodbar.
Do you remember in high school when you had to buy candy bars off of people for fundraisers?
Oh, yeah.
They had that rip-off of Crackle.
But it was
Yeah.
always an off-brand.
World's
It was,
Finest.
Yeah, but it's just really,
Yeah.
yes,
Like
it was
World's
very
Finest.
First of all,
thick.
even as a kid, I was like, "World's finest." That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You're not the world's finest. If you have to call yourself
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You did it.
that, yeah, exactly. So we would trade candy, and I was so happy to give up all of my other stuff to get the chocolate, because to this day, there are very few candies outside of the chocolate realm that I really, really like. But I am curious.
Which chocolate won in your world?
Probably Crackle.
Yeah?
Probably Crackle.
good.
That was the one, like at Halloween, that was the one that I coveted. I was just trying to steal those
That
from
was a
everybody.
Nestle product, right?
And it was indeed. And I was not above actually stealing from my little sister, which
Yeah,
I did a lot
that
of.
happens.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Or when you have little kids, you have the Halloween tax.
Actually,
Yes.
actually, I was just talking about stealing in general. So thanks to my world.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Micah's world. Hey, by the way, as a quick aside, my mom's middle name is Ruth, and when she was a kid, they called her Baby Ruth.
Baby.
Oh,
Anyone?
nice.
Anyone?
Nice.
No Baby Ruths?
That's a good try, though.
I'm trying way too hard here.
You are.
Yeah.
But you know what? We
Don't
enjoy
worry.
the hell
Your
out
time
of
will come.
it. It's awesome. Okay, so
Okay, so Crackle. That was your favorite.
Crackle was my go-to. Now, not so much anymore as an adult, because honestly, and this is from my wife Kristen, who has an honest to God, like a sweet tooth is a real thing, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
It is a real thing, and my wife has one, and I don't. I think I probably did as a little kid, because when you're a little kid, candy's awesome, sugar and whatever.
Totally.
But as I grew up, I kind of grew out of it. So now, did you get it? No, you got him. You got him, and you didn't even have chopsticks.
It's
Respect.
kung fu. I'm
Yeah,
telling
with
you.
your bare
Pays
hand.
off.
Respect.
Now Micah needs to go wash his hand.
No, I've got a little corpse, like a little graveyard going on over here.
That's two tonight, yeah.
And you know what?
One of them just landed on my hand, and I didn't even have the temerity to.
I grabbed one by the legs,
Grab
and
him.
he was like, he saw what I did to his friends, so
He ran. He ran. He what, Micah?
he pissed off.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, sometimes we call my kitty cat Kit Kat. Anybody? Kit Kat? All right. What is in these stupid candy bags?
You're giving it. You
Oh my
gotta
gosh!
go-
Is
you
it
gotta
because
go
I
a little
have two?
further back?
Is it because I have two?
I have to go
You
further
gotta
back.
go a little further back. Okay.
Well, Baby Ruth
Let me-
is an old candy
let
bar.
me-
Come on.
Let me give you.
We live in the Milky
let
Way
me give
galaxy.
you-
Anyone? Milky Way galaxy?
Oh my
Anyone?
God.
I'm sorry, Larry. Who did you say wasn't allowed to like burst out?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know.
I'm
thanks.
using it in conversation.
Are you though?
I am.
Let me. Let me give you a little hint. Let me give you a little hint. All right. In 1936, a company came out with a cup candy.
Reese's.
1928.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
This was the second one. So Reese's was actually 1928,
Almost my
because nothing says I can beat the Depression like candy. But this one came
Look
out.
what you can't afford.
This one came out in 1936. It was surrounded by chocolate, but the middle wasn't peanut butter. It was something else very, very common to the
Nougat?
candy world. No.
Roaches.
Oh yeah,
You're not even trying
It was
now.
the depression. It was the depression.
You're not even trying now.
that sells. Oh, bourbon, spam. No,
All right, let's try this one.
Moving on.
On the eastern seaboard, there is a very popular candy.
Taffy.
saltwater taffy.
What's the brand name?
Oh, see, I can't compete.
Oh
here.
crud! They're at the state fair every year.
Yeah,
Come
I
on,
don't even
man.
know.
This is
Because every saltwater taffy, every saltwater taffy piece that I've ever had in my life was in a wax paper wrapper
this
with no
one
label.
you should know because it was created in 1971
Oh, it's
by
like
the
rocks?
Willy Wonka Candy Factory.
Oh,
I'm not going to give it to you unless you nail it.
Yeah.
Laffy Taffy.
Yo! Right here,
There
right
you
here.
go.
I got it.
You finally got one.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Here you go.
I got two.
Oh my gosh, double
You
bang!
got two.
Stretchy and tangy.
Yeah.
Wait, he gets all of the Laffy Taffy?
I got banana and I got watermelon and sour apple.
Yes, the grape one.
You're welcome, Micah.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Someone tonight.
I'm
hit-
not sleeping
hit
for 2
Brent-
days.
Brent Williams. Someone tonight was like, "This is not going to be a fun episode to do at all." Hashtag Brent Williams. Yeah, he's having such a good time right now.
All right. Do you guys want some nerd facts about candy?
I would love some
absolutely.
nerd facts about candy.
I have like 3 pages of nerd facts.
Hit us with 1.5.
All right. The number one selling candy in America. Guess what it is?
Reese's.
Reese's. You got it. Snickers. How was it named?
Wait. If he works his way through a list, does this count as
No.
announced?
This doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
This
Okay.
doesn't count.
We're just
Mike
doing
is
it.
like, I'm not playing this. Oh, there we go. What is that? Is that cherry? Cherry?
Mine.
No. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Apparently, Chris cleaned out the local candy shop
Hey,
of Laffy
we can
Taffy.
sit down in a little while and trade.
Which, by the way, we are here in North Texas, and there is an excellent old-timey candy shop in downtown McKinney on the square called Mom and Popcorn. And if you are anywhere in the North Texas area, you owe it to yourself to pay a visit to downtown McKinney. The square is awesome, especially on the weekends. There's live music, great restaurants and bars, but there's also Mom and Popcorn.
I'm going to add to that. So living in the near the Denton area,
Yep.
if you're out there, go to Atomic Candy.
Oh.
Now, the people that work at Atomic Candy they could be nicer. But
Wow, that was a ringing endorsement.
Yeah,
But
it was.
but-
I want to go there right
but
now.
what was awesome about that is that they have some old stuff in there that I really, really like. There's 2 different types of gum. Okay? One was Beeman's and the other was Blackjack.
Oh, blackjack, I know.
Blackjack gum.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't know blackjack.
Yeah.
It's
But
a
I do
licorice.
know-
It's a licorice gum.
I do know that I want to talk about the first third of the cigar. Come on.
What?
No, we can do that.
Blackjack.
Yeah.
I have one on my
Dude.
bedside right now.
At your bedside?
Yeah.
Like before you go to sleep?
Like my grandfather used to keep it in his breast pocket. I do that too. I keep a thing of blackjack all the time.
Do you
Yeah.
do that before you go to bed at night?
No, it's just on my bed. Oh, yes. We're just going to say yes.
Okay. How do you sleep?
And then he brushes his teeth with baking soda
Yes, that.
and puts Brill cream in his hair in the morning.
That's right. That's right.
All right, first third. And then
Put some
and then
Old
candy-
Spice aftershave on.
And then nerdy candy facts.
Do. Okay. First third, guys.
Oh, so smooth. So the raw cocoa, the coffee. I mean, my wife would smoke this.
Yep, I'm getting all that. It's like a deep espresso for me now.
Exactly.
It's interesting.
but not as bitter.
It's like Arabic coffee.
No, the
So
Okay.
it's so
Yeah.
intense.
Like a Vietnamese coffee or yes.
yeah, it's just very intense.
the
Wait, with or without cardamom?
Without, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
the flavor
it's not
profile
Vietnamese, I'm
is
talking
getting not more intense for me, but deeper
Cardamom with the Arabic.
as we smoke.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Done with that. Candy facts.
Now I spilled some
Oh no!
Some Willet on my shirt. Snickers. It's a popular candy bar made by Mars.
Yep.
Definitely.
How did it get its name?
Somebody
about
laughed
laughing?
at somebody.
No.
We both were wrong. Oh my gosh.
It's named after a horse that the family owned.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah. The
Okay.
the popular belief is it's named for laugh, but it's not actually. Kit Kats.
Love me some Kit Kats.
Yeah, me
Kit
too.
Kats. It sounds familiar to a Japanese frame called kitokatsu.
I have to fight my wife for Kit Kats in the house, especially during Halloween.
Can you take her?
No.
No.
Well, and it's mostly because I don't want to, right? It's not worth it.
Okay, so I'm
your
going to continue
battles.
what I was saying. Kitokatsu.
Awesome. Continue.
Kitokatsu, which in Japanese means you will surely win, and it's a popular gift for students during exams.
Oh, paku paku means flap mouth open down.
Okay.
It does.
All right.
Hence Pac-Man.
Did you know that M&Ms were enjoyed by the soldiers during World War II?
They were enjoyed.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So-
I can believe that because I enjoy them everywhere all the time.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
Let's see. Hershey's Kisses. How did it get its name?
Oh,
I'm not gonna get
that's
this one.
definitely a sexual harassment workplace thing.
Yes. No. It's actually named after the machine that makes them. It makes a kissing sound.
Oh,
when makes
because it
them.
goes.
Stop it.
It
I'm
goes
not kidding.
mwah as it
Not
goes.
kidding.
Okay, I
Oh
see
my
that.
God.
I see
Yeah.
that.
And of course, Milky Way. That's easy. It's actually named after the Milky Way galaxy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so I
Um,
got to tell you this real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The Three Musketeers.
Yep.
Originally, the reason it was named the Three Musketeers is because the original version was chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. But during World War II, strawberry and vanilla became very hard to get, so
Yeah.
they just
Nougat,
focused on the chocolate.
caramel, and chocolate.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know
No,
who
no
invented
caramel, just
the,
nougat and chocolate.
I don't know who invented the
Milky
term.
Way
right,
is
you're
caramel.
right.
Yeah.
Who invented the term nougat?
I don't know.
Because it's not appealing in any way at all.
I like nougat though.
Okay, here's an interesting fact. There's an actual thing called a licking machine.
That sounds like something out of Wonka's factory.
That Tootsie Pop uses to test their Tootsie Pops. And it takes the licking machine anywhere from 364 to 411 licks to reach
The
the center.
owl lies.
No,
right.
so that's for the Tootsie Pop, right?
Tootsie Pop.
Yeah.
It only takes 3
Yeah.
licks to get to the center
One,
of a Tootsie Roll. Tootsie
One,
Pop.
a two, a three,
Three.
a three.
Three.
All right, the word Pez comes from the German word for peppermint, which is Pfefferminz.
Oh, and
Pfefferminz.
I haven't actually had a
Yeah.
peppermint flavored Pez.
Yeah, so they were originally marketed. It was invented by an anti-smoking advocate, Edward Haas III, and it was originally marketed to help people stop smoking and it dispensed mints. And then later on, they got turned into toys to appeal to children. They turned them into toys with little candy pieces in them.
And then later, drug addicts would put their pills in it.
Yep. Here's
I'm-
here's a
yeah.
super interesting fact. What do you think is in between the layers of Kit Kat bars?
Wafer?
Most people think it's chocolate, but guess what it is?
What is it?
Recycled Kit Kat bars.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's Kit Kat bars that don't pass muster. They recycle them
How
and use
can
them
a
as the
Kit Kat
filling.
bar not
That
pass
feels like
muster?
a quality control issue.
Well, that's what they do. That's what they do with the ones that
That's
don't.
like Wendy's
Yeah.
chili.
That's the ones they. Yeah, exactly.
Do
They-
you guys
yeah.
remember from Halloween candy corn?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there's a great bit that Lewis Black, the comic, does about candy corn, which is basically all the candy corn was invented in 1929, and they just recycle it. Like every year, you get the candy corn.
I can see that
go
from its
out
hardness.
and it's just basically oil.
Candy corn. Candy corn will last for 6 months after it's opened.
I believe you.
That's
That's why it's always in an open candy dish.
Yeah, I think. Okay, that's actually something I wanted to bring up. Did you guys ever have a family member, like an aunt?
Yes.
Or a grand who always kept an open bowl of candy? And what was the candy?
Brock's candy.
It was the strawberry one. It was the ones that were
No.
like they were a heart. I'm talking in my world. It was.
Yeah, your world's wrong.
Fudge you.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow.
it was basically a strawberry flavored candy coating on the outside
And
with
then
a
gooey,
strawberry
yeah.
goo in the
Oh,
inside.
and
then
was
it was
the-
wrapped in a wrapper
That looked like,
looked
a strawberry. Yeah, I remember
Yep.
those.
I
I remember
remember. They
those.
still make those.
Best.
What was yours?
Mine was Brock's. So you would go to
Oh,
the
and
store.
butterscotch.
You would go to the store, and they would have the bins of Brock's candy, and you just get the scoop and you'd put it in a bag.
Yep.
And they had all kinds. And so the two my grandmother kept were butterscotch and the little marshmallow things that had like the chunks of like Jello or chocolate in them. You know those little white things, the little white ones. They were
Wait,
like little
what?
rectangles.
I don't know if I know these.
Yeah,
And they were in bins?
they were all in
Were
bins.
they individually wrapped?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. And you just go and you get a scoop and you'd scoop them into a bag, and then you
They
weigh
just
the bag.
basically
And
weighed
then
them,
you,
yeah.
you weighed them and took them home. Yeah.
Did
I don't-
anybody
I don't
have?
remember
And I don't
those.
know if this is necessarily a candy, but they came in different flavors. But did anybody have sucrets?
Yeah, I remember
Not
Sucrets.
candy.
But isn't
Not
Sucrets a
candy.
throat lozenge?
It was.
Yes, but they had
And
them in
still
different
is.
flavors. So
So you used them as
So you just eat them as candy. It's kind of like orange.
Micah, I have something for you. You grew up poor.
Probably. You know what? I have no answer to that.
Here, baby.
What
Here's
about
some candy?
No,
Yeah.
seriously. Along the lines of that type of candy was the Tic Tac.
Yeah.
All right, orange Tic Tacs. Right,
Yeah.
you're supposed to eat one to freshen your breath, but you buy a thing of
Those are
orange
just
Tic Tacs,
candy,
and you're just
yeah.
like, "Gah, gah, 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 gah."
Yeah. Okay, listen. Every day, I have two things about Tootsie Rolls. Every day, 64 million Tootsie Rolls are made.
Wow.
Every day.
To this day,
To this day.
and nobody eats them.
And the phrase, no, I can't do it because I'm doing the nerd facts. Sorry. So the phrase Tootsie Roll actually meant something different during the war, during World War II. They actually used Tootsie Rolls to name the mortar shells. That's what they called them.
Oh.
But the candy did exist, and the soldiers would actually chew up the Tootsie Roll and then use it to patch holes in tires.
And that tells you everything you
That's
need to know
concerning.
about that product.
I can't see that from here. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
He's showing images that are like 20
We're all
feet away.
middle-aged, man.
Yeah,
Come
we
on.
can see that, man.
You can do better.
Okay.
Stick to your big legs.
All right. It
Oh.
used to take
I think so.
27 hours to make one peep.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 27 hours to make one
That's
peep.
concerning.
But with modern
Wait,
technology
the
now,
duck?
yeah,
The duck or the bunny?
peeps, whatever.
The
Peeps,
bunny-
whatever
it's
the
all
shape
marshmallow.
was.
The bunny came later, right?
But now with automation, it takes 6 minutes, and they churn out 5.5 million of those a day.
Wait, 6 minutes for one?
Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean it's basically a cooked marshmallow.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so I know one of the things we talked about was we were going to get into movies about candy and stuff. So obviously Willy Wonka is the obvious choice there.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So the Willy Wonka a Chocolate Factory, based on the book,
Which
it's
was
actually-
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Right.
It's actually the impetus for the Willy Wonka candy line, which is owned by Quaker Oats of all people, right?
Well,
so
not
they-
anymore. Now it's Nestle.
Is it Nestle? That's right. It was acquired by Nestle.
No, that's
Yeah,
okay. It was owned
Yeah.
by somebody else before, though.
Yeah. Okay, this is my favorite. Every 8 hours, Mars, New Jersey factory, just the New Jersey factory, produces 2 billion M&Ms.
Wow.
Now that I can get behind.
Okay, so Wonka candy. Was there
Yeah.
anything better than the everlasting gobstopper?
Oh my gosh, when you were a kid.
They were my favorite.
The really, really big one that you'd put in your mouth and you
Oh
like
no,
couldn't
no!
talk.
Actually, I've never been exposed to the large one. The other ones that I had were the small ones.
Sure. In the little box. Yeah, but I'm talking, they also
If
they
I
used to
could
sell
find
those
a
real
large
big ones,
one,
like
Yeah,
I
this.
would
you would
love
just
that.
you
Yeah,
would
you
just
just
park
put that
it
in
in
your jaw
cheek.
and it'd be 3 weeks in there.
Oh,
Yep.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd brush your
Jawbreakers.
teeth with that thing in your mouth.
You
Yeah,
would,
and,
yeah,
and
go
you
to
know what?
sleep
The
and-
precursor to that themed one was definitely the Jawbreaker, which was just
Yeah.
melting sugar in your mouth for the next 50 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got one still. That
It's
I
a
work
wonder
on.
we all have teeth.
It is
You
kind
know,
of amazing.
Brush them. That's all you got to do.
I brush them with sugar is what I
All right,
used to
so
do.
I've mentioned this in a previous episode before, but in my thieving days, as we have discussed before, on my way home, as I lifted from this one store constantly, was the Mountain Dew and Starburst.
Oh, wow.
Starburst.
yeah.
Starburst has been around for so many years.
Wait, you're saying you stole that all the time?
Totally.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I was a horrible person.
Yes.
That's really funny.
Thank you for agreeing.
You were a
Yeah,
kid.
well, I mean, you asked for it. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
There's one candy that we have not talked about, and I'm a little surprised that we haven't talked about it
Well, we
because
haven't breached all subjects yet.
because a lot of things were happening in 1976. It was the bicentennial of the United States of America. Jimmy Carter was elected president.
I was 1 year old.
Apple Computer was founded in 1976, and a very specific type of candy came out that was initially panned by adults everywhere.
Did you say panned?
Panned, panned.
Like Pan Ferreira?
No,
Oh.
like the
Farrah pan?
Can I finish?
Let it finish.
Is that okay?
Sorry, bro.
The adults were dead set against
I
it.
know you want the candy, but let him finish.
Because this was a candy that had CO2 pockets inside of it.
Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks. Yeah.
Oh my
love
gosh.
Pop Rocks. Yep.
Pop Rocks.
Oh, sweet.
The bubblegum Pop Rocks.
Love me some Pop
Now,
Rocks.
I will say
You
that
have some
Chris...
Pixie Sticks in there, do you?
No.
Oh,
But I will say, so there was a comedian that I saw in the 90s, Pat...
Benatar.
No, she's not a comedian. You know,
Say Jack.
You try so hard sometimes, and I just love that about you. I really respect it. Not really.
Michael, do you like banana or sour apple or watermelon?
I like sour apple.
Okay. Trade you for the cherry.
Oh God, cherry. I mean, come on.
After.
All right, you know what?
All right,
I'm
we're
not a complete ass. Apple. See, now that's not how he gets his trade.
No, that wasn't me saying that.
Yeah, he didn't say it. There we go.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
You're welcome.
Cherry!
I know. Cherry's one of the best.
Everything cherry flavored doesn't actually taste like cherries. You
No,
guys know
it doesn't
that,
taste
right?
like cherry at all.
It's okay.
But it's
It
the
just-
best.
Yeah,
just
just
like
imagine.
grape flavor
I
doesn't
want you
taste
to
like
know
grape.
how much I care about you by relinquishing a cherry flavored anything.
Thank you.
I just want you to know
Yep.
this.
Thank you.
All right.
Sorry,
Showstopper.
I was enjoying my cigar.
7-second lull.
I was enjoying my cigar.
Oh, there was another thing they used to do. What was the one that was the bag? It had the little sugar stick in it, and then the powders, and you would lick the
Fun
sticks.
dip.
Fun
Fun
dip.
dip,
Fun
and you would
dip.
stick it in there. And,
Yes, fun dip.
Oh my gosh.
I almost brought that. Oh,
That's
wait a minute.
diabetes.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
wait
seriously,
a
you have
minute.
one? That's diabetes in a package,
Hang
man.
on.
It is so great.
Yeah.
Chris is digging through
Fun
his
dip is awesome.
Felix the Cat bag of candy. You can actually hear it. Nope,
Tootsie
that's
Rolls.
not it. We're just gonna sit here and wait and see if he actually. Nah, we're gonna
All right,
keep
moving
going.
on.
All right, apparently.
You know what's
that's
funny?
not
You know
a
what's
thing.
funny to me is the other day we were at Chris's house, and he's eating this big glob of like, what was that thing? It was like worms that had melted together or something, like gummy worms.
Gummy worms?
Yeah.
Snakes.
Gummy snakes. And it was like this big and like this thick, and he's just chewing off it. And then today he's telling me about the medicine he takes to regulate his blood sugar.
Which, by the way, leads us into the gummy bear.
Yeah.
So gummy bears were definitely one of my all-time favorites back then.
Yep.
The funny thing is that if you want a real treat, go to Amazon and look up the comments on sugar-free gummy bears.
Oh.
They are hilarious.
I remember when we were kids, we used to lick the back of gummy bears and stick it on things.
Yep.
Totally.
Like your forehead?
Yeah, we'd like decorate things.
Oh
with them.
yeah, people.
Yeah, people. Especially. I like you.
So there was
Well, that scene. Oh, that scene out of 16 Candles where the girl like pulls. He's like, I have some gummy bears in my pocket. They've been in there for a while. They're really warm. If you want one.
that was alarmingly accurate.
It was so good,
Well
and they
done.
did it to what was the principal in Ferris Bueller's.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can tell you his name right now.
that
Nine
guy went to
times.
jail.
Oh, and the other thing we used to eat all the
did.
time, Smarties.
Smarties.
wait a minute. Did you just say
What?
Smarties?
Oh my gosh! You know what? If you're gonna throw that on the table, I'm gonna throw Spree on the table.
And,
Smarties!
and bottle caps.
Sorry, can't help you.
Bottle caps are wonderful, but no Spree,
you.
Spree in the room. All right, it's all good. It's all
Spree.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smarties actually is the old. Well, no, it's not the oldest on my timeline. Smarties began in 1949.
Wow.
Yeah.
I heard
All
you
right.
guys talking before the show. You were talking about Necco wafers.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
Neckos?
he was talking about Necco.
They were actually made. Let's
Suck
see.
the saliva
Wait,
right out of your
I have,
face.
I have something about that. Necco wafers.
While you're
Necco wafers. 1847.
Yeah.
Oliver Chase, an English immigrant, invented a lozenge cutting machine, and then later he used that to produce the Necco wafers.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not surprised because the Necco wafer tastes like you're eating something from the 1800s.
It's true.
It is.
It's true.
It is. Now, I'm going to bring up something that I don't expect to be in any bag, but is something that I bought on a regular basis
Okay.
that I'm sure led to my cigarette habit in the future.
Candied
Candied
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Yep, candied cigarettes.
Okay.
Candied
I want you-
cigarettes, and actually what I would do
He's got a little cigarillo, bubblegum cigarillo there for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Does it count?
That works.
I think
yeah.
that
Because I did
counts.
buy these.
That works.
Yeah.
I did too, yeah.
Nice.
I think that counts.
So get this. Back then, both of my parents were cigarette smokers.
Yeah.
So I'd be down in the basement in my little area that was like kind of where I'd build forts and where I'd play Atari and all that stuff. And I would go to my local convenience store and pick up like all the various candies that I really, really loved, and I would stash them into one area. You know, it was like my little, I don't know, vault of sorts. And
Sure.
and I absolutely loved it. So what I would do is I stole one of my mom's lighters, and I would take the candy cigarettes. And here's what's really, really cool, because this is what introduced you to creme brulee.
No.
So there is actually
No.
a tunnel through the whole candied cigarette. You actually have to bite off the end of it because it's capped, and then it creates the tunnel, and then you can actually smoke it. You can burn the end and smoke it, and you're smoking sugar, but it's basically caramelized. You're making caramelized sugar on the spot.
Wow.
It's awesome.
Wow.
That just seems like a lot of work.
And I
Yeah,
wasn't
it
doing
is a lot of work.
lines or anything. I was just,
That was later.
I never did lines.
That was the 80s.
Yeah.
that was,
We were watching
that was
Miami Vice
your-
and snorting coke.
That was your 80s. I never got into that one.
I used to love something called a cherry mash. You remember those?
I don't know those.
Yeah, they were like they came in a package of about like this, and they were just a chocolate mound, and inside was like a cherry filling. It was like a nougaty cherry filling. It wasn't cream. It wasn't.
You're not
liquid or
talking about
anything.
like the cherry cordials that we used to get.
No,
at
not
Christmas.
at all. It was like a mash. It was like a nougat, but it was cherry flavored.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
But I think I had it in every like chocolate box.
Yeah.
You had to like dive into a chocolate
Oh,
box.
my
I remember.
God.
I remember one year when I discovered what betrayal was. So I used to love the chunk candy bars. Right? They were like a little square. And
I
it was just
remember
a big thing of
those.
chocolate, right? And I remember I get one. I think it was in a silver package or something one time. I didn't realize it, but anyway, opened it up, took a big bite of it. There were raisins inside of it.
Oh no.
You know, one of my favorite
Warheads.
candies nowadays, and it's a Christmas tradition with us, is we get those Terry's chocolate oranges.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's in the ball shape, and you bang it to break it apart.
Yeah, I hated those.
No, I love the orange ones. Yeah.
I hated those. I still do. Those are terrible.
I just don't think that orange and chocolate go together. It's the same way I feel about raspberry, but whatever.
How do you feel about peppermint sticks?
Big fan.
Are you?
But I love mint, so that's helpful. So
Okay,
like bark,
Like a
and-
York peppermint patty.
Yeah, love. Oh,
yeah.
That
Junior
and-
mints.
Junior mints.
Junior
Thank
mints.
you. That was what I was
Junior
going to
mints.
say.
Ooh, favorite movie candy,
Reese's Pieces.
Milk Duds.
Oh, you're a Milk Duds guy?
Yeah.
Love
Too
Milk Duds.
chewy?
Yeah,
Definitely.
So he agrees with me.
Too chewy.
It was E.T. It was the movie E.T.
Oh.
that popularized Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces, yeah.
And
Yes.
that was my world.
So Steven Spielberg actually
They made
wanted
me so sick.
Steven Spielberg actually wanted M&Ms for that movie,
yeah.
but Reese's said we have this new candy, and they gave them $1 million to use the candy in the movie.
Guess what we're using?
It
Yep.
worked.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, because the sales on that, I imagine, were
Oh, they went through the
astronomical.
roof. Yeah.
So I think my favorite movie candy was either Red Hots
Mm-hmm.
or Mike and Ike's.
Mike and Ike's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That was you just get that, and that was what you had after you ate your gallon of popcorn.
Oh
Right.
my gosh. Red Hots reminds me of Fireballs.
Oh, those were the Jawbreaker
The
ones.
heart. Yeah, it was,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
Jawbreaker.
yeah.
It was Jawbreaker cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember those?
And then somebody made a liquor.
And then shut the whole fandom down.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
Oh
They're
my
like, what if we take these and melt them?
And then sold them exclusively to college kids.
Right.
What about? All right, you guys always give me a hard time about numbers. There was a candy
you have
bar,
problems
and there
counting?
still is a candy bar.
$100,000 bar.
Oh.
You have one?
But hang on, what's it called now?
100 grand.
100
1,000
grand.
grand. 100 grand.
100 grand.
Yeah.
He still gets it.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's
There
fine.
you go, 100 grand.
That's a great one because that's
Okay.
actually like the.
Oh,
Okay.
look at that! Look
So-
at that!
Yes.
So you have to know that these used to be, weren't these like the big, they were like this long and they were twisted?
Yeah, I don't know if they were
Oh, I don't know
twisted,
about
but
the
they were a lot
twisted
bigger
part.
than they
Is
used
that the
to be.
100 grand? But they were way bigger
100
than
grand
this.
were definitely bigger.
Yeah.
So what's the one that was like this long, but it was like a braid? And it was chocolate and caramel.
Oh, because I was thinking Twizzlers for a minute. There.
I swear, I thought it was the
No.
100 grand.
That was the candy industry's attempt to make us like licorice.
No.
So this is my thing. I've always loved traditional anise licorice. And I love Red Ropes and Twizzlers. I'm a
Vines.
huge fan. Vines.
Yeah.
But Vines was the competitor. So I always went after the Twizzler.
Yeah.
Always.
That's a huge like rivalry today, Vines versus Twizzler.
Yeah.
Even to this day.
You
Isn't
know
it
what?
funny?
It's a flavor preference. That's all.
Spoiler alert, they're the same thing.
Yeah. They're
Sorry.
branded differently.
Sorry, Larry. We're on a topic. I just feel like I'm talking over you like nonstop.
No, it's okay. Well, you do that anyway. It's fine.
Oh, God.
Is that the Baby Ruth?
Let's talk about the second third of the cigar.
Ruth.
Speaking of adult candy, I feel like
of
I'm
Goonies.
smoking
We're in the second third. We need to
a
get to the
piece of
second
candy
third.
right now because this thing is so good. I'm getting, in the middle of this cigar, I'm getting a lot more chocolate.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just about to say that. It's all about the chocolate. Yeah, hints of coffee and chocolate. It's just so thorough.
Man, I don't think Rojas is actually capable of making a bad cigar.
I don't either.
This is so good.
It really is.
Yeah, I
Good
feel
job.
bad
Very
for the people who
tasty.
don't get to try this.
Well, he doesn't feel that bad.
I can't wait for the Al Pastor. I mean,
I know. I'm excited.
my favorite Mexican food, I'm going to call it Mexican food, Yucatan food, whatever you call it, tacos al pastor. That's my absolute
No,
favorite.
Yeah.
totally.
So now I'm just so into that cigar.
do
and
you do you make it at home?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to be in the bag, but the candies that you would get at Mexican food restaurants like El Phoenix and all these other ones, it was like a cookie.
Do you have sopapillas in that bag?
Well, was it a praline?
Yeah, they have pralines. Yeah.
I always thought there
Peanut
was
patties and pralines.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I've got one left in my bag.
What was that one? It was Brock's candy. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, Brock's.
Remember the Brock's candy? It was like the Neapolitan. It was
Oh,
pink
that
and white and
yes,
chocolate.
yes.
Yeah.
It had the vanilla.
And it was like
strawberry and
coconut.
chocolate.
It was
Yeah.
like coconut.
It
Yeah.
wasn't vanilla. It was coconut. You're right.
Yeah.
I do not and never have liked the coconut.
All
I
right. What's
love
the
coconut.
mystery
Not a
candy
big
in your
fan.
bag?
Well, I'm going to give you some clues again.
What's in
Again,
your bag, baby?
This was the second cup candy to be released on the market. The first being Reese's Pieces. So think of that shape. But it was a chocolate
peanut
outer
butter cup.
layer, but it did not have a peanut butter interior. It had something different.
You got me on this. I can't think of a lot of things except maybe a fudge. But then you would go to Godiva and they would do a
Nope.
cup with fudge
Nope.
inside
Cup
of it.
Nope.
candy. I feel like it's like something we're going to know the minute.
Yeah.
You are. You're going to know
We
it.
are.
Cup candy that's not. peanut
Came
butter.
in yellow packaging.
Wait, hold on.
And it,
Not moon pies.
No.
Was there one called Mellow Yellow or something?
no.
No, that was a drink.
But there was like a mellow bar. It was like
Not-
a
not-
mallow bar.
Not.
Mallow bar.
Yeah.
You're very
Mallow bar.
close. You're very close.
Yeah.
But
So
what shape was it?
mallow bars?
No.
No.
What shape was the one I've been describing for like
So
a half
he's
said it's
hour
talking
a-
now?
he said
about
it's a
like
cup.
chocolate with some sort of marshmallow filling, like fudge a muffin. I can't.
Zagnut.
You guys,
yes!
nice. You guys have actually said the two words. You just haven't said them together yet.
Ugh, I have no idea.
Marshmallow chocolate cup. Chocolate cup marshmallow chick. No.
Nobody's getting this
Mallow.
one.
Mallow.
It was a mallow cup.
Mallow
Actually,
cup.
I don't know that one.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Too
okay.
bad for you.
Yeah.
I actually.
Larry gets to take that one home.
I'm gonna
I've,
take that one.
I've
home.
never seen that
Yeah.
one before.
Mallow
I'm not
cup.
even-
Oh, they've only been around since 1936, Mike. I'm surprised.
Wow.
I'm not surprised you haven't heard of
Wow.
them. They're very very recent.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, the mallow cup. So yeah. So okay. So now let's flash forward from our childhood.
Yes.
And
don't know
let's go. What is your
Now,
Now
and
and
later.
later.
Oh, of course. No, he can have it. That's
I'll take that. Hell's yeah. Oh shit.
I
Wow.
loved those when I was a kid. I can't believe I forgot about those.
Now and Later is a
Yeah.
wonderful candy that when you had to go get dental work done,
I was going to say,
you were unsatisfied.
if you had a filling
Wait,
you just
y-
couldn't get
yes,
out of your
thank
tooth.
you. Thank you for
would
stepping
chew
on my
it.
joke.
Yeah.
you had a filling that was still the metallic one, and you wanted to get the ceramic one. You chew on it Now and Later, pull that shit out.
Oh my god.
That's right. Ooh, guess what time it is?
I think it might be time for an episode or for a bit that we call.
It's the greatest joke in the
Oh gosh,
Here
guys,
we go.
that was so much fun. I got to
Yeah.
tell you guys, I didn't really think
Yeah.
that we'd be able to fill a whole episode with that.
Oh
but
my
I'm
God.
so
I mean,
happy.
we probably could have kept going forever
We-
on that.
I
can
am in
still keep
nostalgic.
going.
I'm
Yeah.
in nostalgic heaven.
Absolutely. All right.
Mega Pixie Sticks?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was
All right.
Mega Pixie
Okay.
Sticks.
Right now.
All
That was
right.
an expansion.
So it was like Pixie Sticks, but mega. Anyway, this is a part of the show that we call the greatest joke in the world. Here's how it works. We are going to do 3 rounds of dad jokes. If any one of us breaks at a dad joke, we have to do a shot.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Micah, if you please.
The corroded bottle.
Yeah. Basically, it's battery acid disguised as bourbon.
Yes, enjoy.
Yeah. So we started with Micah last week. We're going to start with you this week.
Okay. My wife asked me the other day where I get so much candy. I said I always have a few Twix up my sleeve.
Clever.
It is clever. I'm not a. Yeah, no, I that's
Clever,
that's
not
funny.
laugh-worthy.
That's funny.
Yeah, I thought it was
And
appropriate.
I'm not doing that
It was
to
appropriate
avoid.
for
No,
it was
no.
appropriate for the subject matter.
It,
tonight.
It
you
sure
know what?
was.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Absolutely
In fact,
yeah.
I will stop
Yes.
it. What is
Sugar daddies.
sugar daddy? Okay,
Oh,
nice.
Did you say sugar daddy?
I've had a few of these in my life.
I love them.
Oh, stop it! Stop it!
There's
oh wait,
also-
you weren't talking about
sugar
the candy.
babies. Do you have the sugar babies? The little nugget
yes,
things
the
in the
little
box?
nuggets.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next. Did you know that Bruce Lee had a brother who was a vegan?
I didn't.
Broccoli.
No. I already did a joke like that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Broccoli.
Broccoli. Remember? You don't
Yeah,
remember
I
that joke?
don't.
did.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's probably why I should have done that.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
It's all right. It's okay.
All right.
Prize.
Oh, rock candy.
Rock candy. baby.
Oh, Astro Pops. You remember Astro
Astro
Pops?
Pops. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That
I
and
do
bomb
remember Astro
pops.
Pops.
Yeah.
Doesn't really fall into the candy
I kind
category.
of feel like since I got the rock candy that I'm the favorite of the producer, but whatever. You guys. Micah, what do you got for us?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Doorbell repairman.
Doorbell repairman who?
That's the joke.
Oh, I get it.
Yes.
But he laughed.
He did.
He laughed hard.
Oh my gosh, guys! I did not expect that one to land.
Wow.
I love
Get it. Get it. Here,
Oh
get
my
it.
gosh! Do you get a double shot for this?
I feel like he should.
he just tossed the glass at me. I love it.
I'm sorry. That is funny.
Wow.
That is super funny.
That was-
No. You can do a full shot. I'll
Get
do
it.
Sure.
Get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He said it. He
I don't
said
have to
it.
drive
Trying
anywhere.
to be respectful.
I don't have
Consent.
to
No,
drive
he
anywhere.
gave consent. We all know that consent is very important.
especially in today's world.
Yes. There you go. Consent. Just go ahead and throw that back, big guy. Well done, you. Now, once you get your breath back, and once you can talk again, which is going to be about 5 minutes. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. So bad.
Lordy.
I'm sorry. I totally regret that decision.
Yeah. Well, you have literally no one to blame but
It
yourself.
doesn't even matter how much whiskey you have in your body.
My
it's
eyes are
still
watering.
Invasive.
My eyes are literally watering.
Yeah, your tonsils were just violated.
Yeah, your tonsils are
Well,
like, that was not consensual.
I don't need any more vaccines. I'm good.
Probably
No
you don't.
COVID shots. I've got Quality House right here.
All right. Round 2.
Now, round 2. Have we all done one? You've
Yep.
done one? Yes, you did one. Okay.
Oh, my God, dude. Seriously?
I'm sorry. I have memory loss already.
Holy
that was
crap.
so bad. Oh. All right. Well, not to brag, but I made 6 figures last year.
Good for you.
I was also named worst employee in the toy factory.
Damn it! Damn it! All right, Micah. We're both doing this.
I'll get there.
We're both doing this.
I got 'em
Oh
both.
my God.
And
Damn it.
Chris is being all stoic over there because he doesn't
That
know.
was pretty good, buddy.
All right, Brent.
I'll
awesome.
give you that one.
Man. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, worst.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wait.
My eyes are still watering.
Sick.
Seriously, my eyes are stinging.
What do you call a blonde who's still in the closet? last year's hide and seek champion. Wait, what was it? Where'd that come from? Was that you? Was that you? Who snorted?
He snorted. I didn't
Did I snort?
Who,
Yeah, you
one
snorted.
of you snorted.
I didn't snort.
It wasn't
Chris
him.
snorted.
Chris. Oh my gosh, Chris is gonna pop. All right.
Hook him up.
I'm like sweaty now.
Somebody snorted into a mic, though.
Yeah.
Oh, was it you? Okay. All right. Please don't tell Pamela I told that joke. And I've got another one lined up.
Yeah, it's
Please
not
don't
like we
tell her
have
that
all
either.
of our stuff online or anything.
It's like the
She
world
doesn't-
can see it.
Our wives do not listen to this show. Come on.
You know what? You're absolutely right. My wife every time is just like, oh yeah, honey, I'll check it out.
Not.
Nice.
I'm listening to Smartless. Anyway.
All right, I got you.
All right, let's go.
Love that
Okay.
podcast.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Loud interrupting cow.
Loud interrupting.
Moo! Thank you, Chris.
Well, but come on. You know that was telegraphed.
Yeah, you get a consolation prize on that one.
Sixlets.
Oh my gosh, sixlets!
Oh, here.
Yes. These are the Eminem wannabes. Right here. Right here, sixlets.
Your expression means that you needed that.
I love sixlets because they come six in a pack and you just pop the end off and
What do you do? Okay. All right.
there's so much
Well,
candy
this
over here.
has been good so far. It's time for round 3.
All right, wait a minute. Before we do that, I feel a little guilty. I was the one who snorted.
Oh! Micah!
No, I'm serious. I was gonna let Chris have that, and I was just like,
You're gonna let him take the fall for you.
Wow!
I'm not that.
I have even less respect for you now.
I'm drinking. You know what?
You know what? You're owning it. Oh, no, buddy.
No. You're drinking.
You already admitted it, so
You're
you're
drinking.
doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the in fact, I think you should do a full shot because you hit it the first time.
Yeah.
I came clean.
After the fact,
You know
Micah.
what? Ain't coming clean ever again. Oh, sixlets. Sixlets.
Click, click. Click, click. So great.
Are you laughing at my headgear?
All right, throw it back, buddy.
All right.
We're going to do
Here we
round
go.
3.
You know what? If you ever think I'm being honest again, that's bullshit.
Okay, fair enough. Nice. Nicely done. Ooh, so bad.
Chris finally did his shot. I didn't realize he didn't do a shot before. He finally did his shot.
He's over there. He's over there dealing with some childhood trauma right now.
Okay.
All right, it's round 3. Here we go. Brent, let's go.
Crud.
You got one?
I have 2, but I can't decide which one to use.
Well, pick the one you think will get the laugh.
You know what? We might actually do this again next week.
All right. You know what? I have a joke about trickle-down economics, but 99% of you won't get it.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, I'm 2 of them. So a blonde was working on a jigsaw puzzle, and her boyfriend walks in and asks, "Babe, what are you doing?" And she snaps at him, "It's a jigsaw puzzle, dummy." And he asks her, "Well, what's it supposed to be?" And she grabs the box and looks at it, and she says, "Well, it's a rooster." And he says, "Babe, let's put the cornflakes away."
I mean,
All right. So I think
Damn.
that joke might have been funnier if you had delivered it faster.
yeah, that took a long
You're
time.
you're gonna tell me about comedy?
No.
Wow, that's
Not at all.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
just-
no.
you know what?
No, Micah. I've been doing this for 30 years, so you're right. I don't know shit about comedy.
They can't
Tell
all
me
be
more.
winners.
Not what I said.
Tell me more.
They can't all be winners.
Not what I said.
You know.
Not what I said.
can't
Going
all
back
be
to my
winners.
hole.
Okay, Micah. Micah, tell us your joke that I'm sure is a winner.
Hold on.
Can you even get up out of that position?
I will do my best. Hold on. For our listeners at home, I slid out of my chair. Okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Okay.
Give us
Pull
what
it
you
together.
got.
Let's
all
go.
right. All right. Why does a chicken coop have 2 doors? Because if it had 4, it'd be a chicken sedan.
That's dumb. That's just dumb.
Yep. Hence the point of this joke time.
That is dumb.
I'm not even going to dignify that response.
Wait,
But
I got
apparently you get a consolation prize
Chicken sticks.
of a Reggie bar.
Reggie's back.
Did you get chicken sticks?
Ugh.
Well,
I think I'm winning the candy race.
I don't
over
know. I
here.
think Brent might be
I
ahead
don't
of
know.
you at this
I've got
point.
quite a haul over
You know
here.
what? We're gonna count.
But we'll count later because that is it for this week's episode of...
It's the greatest joke in the world.
Well,
That is an awesome guitar player, whoever it is.
I'm
You know
telling
what?
you, that
I was
guy's
just gonna
awesome.
tell you the same. Whoever you hired to do the guitar work on that.
Hey, it was Steve Vai.
Oh my gosh.
It was.
And the guy who screamed.
yeah.
Well,
Talent.
That was
That was Pat
I wasn't-
Benatar.
It was Pat Benatar. It was. She's having a hard time getting gigs.
Oh, Pat, we
Oh.
love you.
Oh, Pat. All right, we've had such a good time tonight
my
with
gosh.
an episode that one of us thought was going to be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wound up having more fun because he actually got the most candy of all of us.
I literally,
You know what? I want to do a count because I don't
literally-
think that shit's true.
in the chat when they told me that this was the topic, I literally said, "Ugh."
Yes, you did.
Surely there's a better topic.
Yes, you did. And the reason we went with this topic because Brent didn't bother to have an opinion. So here's the rule.
I did have
And
an
just
opinion.
for that,
No, you did not.
I said I wouldn't like it.
I actually said that
after the fact.
whatever.
Here's the thing.
I got some backup.
Okay.
We had a backup thing that we could supplement this episode with Wonka stories. I think we need to move that into another episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can totally do that.
Thank you.
I feel like the brightness of my legs has been distracting this whole episode.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
The flying insects are actually attracted
I am
to
so
those.
pale, I'm almost transparent.
You live in Texas. Just go outside, man.
If he went out for 5
Just
minutes,
once.
this wouldn't be a
Just
problem.
once.
Just once go outside.
Wouldn't be a problem.
I just feel really good not to
Anyway,
be the butt of the joke here for once. Awesome.
We've had a lovely time talking about
my
the
gosh,
candy of our
totally.
childhood tonight.
Oh
Thank
my
you
gosh.
guys so much for being a part
Thank
of the
you so
conversation.
much.
Hey, if we missed a candy that you loved when you were a kid and you want to talk about it, drop us a line at nerdherfers.com. Hit us up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@nerdherfers. Hit us up in the comment section. Let us know. We will get back to you because that's just what we do.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Wait, who's going to get back to me?
Subscribe.
Well, somebody will.
I
Anyway,
will. I'll do it. I'll answer you.
on behalf of
It's
myself
AI now. It's
and
all automated.
Micah
Oh.
Donahoe.
Damn. Wait, what?
Micah Donahoe.
Oh, live long and prosper.
Brent Williams.
M&M's.
And our producer, Chris Hockenberry, who brought all the candy tonight.
All
Thank
the
you,
awesome
buddy.
candy. Chris
Thank you
rocks.
guys for
Hawk rocks.
tuning in. We will talk to you again next week. Good night, everybody. This has been a production of Nerdherfers. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved. No portion of this broadcast may be used without permission. Please visit nerdherfers.com for more information and full legal disclaimer.